The best has entered the chat.
Let's just start with your one-on-ones today versus Christian. What do you see on that? How do you feel like those went?
I just knew that I wanted to match our receiver one, and I felt like it was good work. That's all, just good on good. I had a plan of coming in and following him probably the whole week, honestly. So we just got some good work. We just competing. That's all.
Did you tell him, like, I'm with you all week?
Yeah, I told him right before we started. He asked me what side I was gonna be on. I said I'm on your side.
I think aside from running what the D's called, do you put a plan together of work on one or two specific things each week, like you mentioned? Or?
No. I think it depends on the day, you know.
So first day of pads, you're traveling with the number one receiver. Can we plan on that for the next 6 months, all the way into January?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, is that?
Yeah, no. I mean, come on now. We all know I like to follow the best receiver. So anytime I get a chance to do that, I would love to do that.
Is that something that is a discussion so you can do it more frequently than you did a year ago?
I think at this point it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, like that's just the way. You know.
You were just telling us last week that just all-season meetings with the two of you and Joe Barry and the rest of the secondary talked about wanting to be much more aggressive. What does that look like? How do you fit into it?
I mean, you know, we got experienced players now, so we are just gonna fly around to the ball. I think that's what he mean by being more aggressive. I mean, we're gonna get in your face and we're gonna like lock you up. Like that's pretty much what he mean by being aggressive and playing fast.
Is that different than last season?
I don't know for real.
Joe, you've been a proponent of Jordan so far. What have you seen from him in the first couple days?
I think Jordan's made some pretty good throws, and you know, no one's gonna be perfect, you know, and then I mean, he's going up against a good defense and a really good secondary at that. You know, let's also take that into play. So I mean, we're just getting him better, and at the same time, he's getting us better.
Is he still trying you too much?
No, he's been pretty quiet. He's been pretty quiet today, you know.
You want to stay that way, or are you good with him kind of going to the other side of the field?
Like, I want him to make the best decision, you know. So whatever that is in his mind, you know. I just want to see him do well, you know.
What'd you see out of Carrington today?
Carrington?
Yeah.
Man, where he at? Oh, he over there. I can't say too much. He's kind of close to me, but he's doing well. You know, he got his head in the right place, and you know, he got some good vets to look up to. And we're going to demand even more from him. So,
what could this secondary or these corner units specifically look like once Eric is healthy again?
oh man, I mean, you know, once Eric come back, it's going to be Strap City, you know. So we might as well go ahead and start marketing that right now. We just waiting on 21 to get back.
Strap City?
Strap City.
Who came up with that name?
I think I just said it just now.
Why do you like that nickname?
It just came to my mind, you know. I just go with the flow, that's all.
As
Thinking about that nickname for a while?
No, it just came to my mind. You feel me?
As someone who's had a lot of experience in this position, though, I mean, how feasible is it to have a rotation if there's three capable guys? Is that just a good problem to have?
That's a good problem to have, in my opinion. You know, you want your best players on the field at all time, and then, you know, as secondary, as a defensive back, like, that's the hardest position on defense, in my opinion. So you want your best guys out there who are able to go after the ball and cover and lock people up.
As one of the leaders on this defense, it's fun.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
As one of the leaders on this defense, just from your perspective, how important is it for Quay and Devontae, the two first-round picks from last year, to kind of take the next step for y'all's defense to be where you want it to be?
Oh man, it's pivotal because, you know, those guys will play a big part in our defense. You know, and you know, this is their second year, so they got more confidence and they got more knowledge of the game. So I'm excited to see how it'll play out this year.
Quite kind of talked about how you helped them with meditation. What does it mean to be that senior leader that they can rely on in the locker room?
Oh man, it's cool, man. You know, I mean, we all need somebody to look up to. You know, when I came in the league, I had Tremont Williams, you know, 14-year vet. So I mean, it's an honor, you know, and you know, shoot, I mean, we're all not perfect, but as long as they're taking the right steps to get there, then that's all that matters.
What are you doing to help him?
What am I doing to him? I just talk to him every once in a while. I mean, quite pretty quiet, so, you know, I like push him or something, you know. He's way bigger than me, so, you know, I gotta like push him or something and laugh about it, you know. But, you know, I'm still waiting on him to, you know, solidify a handshake, you know, so.
You You said before it's self-explanatory that you should travel with ones, but did it take a game like that second Minnesota game to kind of maybe convince everybody here that that makes the most sense?
Hey, man. I mean, you know, a game like Minnesota game last year, I mean, you know, the proof was in the pudding, you know.
If you are traveling,
You're talking about being a leader. Does it seem like not that long ago when you didn't come in like Carrington, obviously, but you remember what that was like? Does it seem like that time has gone fast, and have you gotten more comfortable with taking on those leadership responsibilities? What does it look like to you?
Being a leader isn't something that's hard to me because it's just something that I naturally am. And I just kind of go out there and I just be me, and, you know, if guys feed off of it. You know? Bringing positive energy, that's a leader. You know, someone who's willing to put in the work and encourage his teammates, that's a leader. And, you know, that's all I do. It's nothing fake, it's nothing phony, it's just who I am, and hopefully guys can learn from that, you know, because when I came in, I didn't have the best corner in the league to look up to, you know. I mean, come on. So, I mean, it's like I said, it's not hard.
It looked like they followed your lead with how aggressive they were in one-on-ones. Is there a fine line between getting good, aggressive physical work and maybe being a little too aggressive, and if they threw flags, you might have gotten a few more?
You know, in my opinion, at corner, you want to be as aggressive as possible. I mean, you know, these guys running in a straight line all season, you know, and we going backwards. So, you know, I'm okay with that, man. If these guys are being aggressive and they challenging these receivers, that's all that matters to me, because that's a standard that we're going to set from here on out, you know. As long as I'm in the room, like, that's the standard, you know.
John, when it comes to the preseason, do you need to play?
No. Unless it's like, you know, no.
So did you actually, last time we talked to you, I think you said I'm staying in Green Bay for the rest of the summer,
Yeah.
so I can meditate alone in Lambeau Field. Did you actually do that?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing. It's always amazing, man. It's nobody here. It's quiet. It's the number one city, you know.
There's a lot of construction, though.
There's a lot of construction, but you know,
Number one city. You know
it's the number one city.
They paid for that ranking.
I'm okay with it, you know.
is it haunted at night?
No, no. It does look, you know, a little creepy sometimes, but it's not haunted.
Was anybody around it all, John, or was it really, like, player-wise, was there anybody still around the building, or was it really just you?
Man, it was just me. I ran into a couple janitors like Mike or Dave, you know. I know them, but, you know. Sometimes I'll come in here and I'll sit in somebody else's locker. And then they'll be like, hey, you're not him. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Which other lockers do you prefer to sit
I
in?
sit in Eric Stokes, I sit in Savages, I sit in Jordan Love's, and it was one more.
Wes's desk.
No, not Wes's desk. Oh, I sat in Kenny Clark's, and that was a dead giveaway. They knew I wasn't Kenny.
Did you feel greatness when you were in Jordan's locker? What was the vibe there?
I mean, yeah, once I sat in there, I started feeling great. You know?
Scuffy?
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred locker in here?
Preferred locker? No, my locker always the best. I need like 3 of them, honestly. But, you know, it's all good.
Going back to football, let's say you are traveling throughout the entire game. Like, what does that do for the communication between you and Sewell, or say Eric, whoever's on that other side?
Shoot, I mean, when I'm traveling, like, my mind is on my receiver. I don't know what anybody else is doing, and I really don't care. Like, I know I got him, and that makes my job easier, and that should clear it up for everybody else, you know.
You're the
Maybe like once. I guarded Peter Tower from Syracuse. He had probably about 9 targets that game. Maybe a catch, maybe.
Come on, man. You don't need to trash there.
No. I had to, man. I had to. Y'all beat us, and I had to do push-ups for that. So I had to.
When you're going up against Watson, do you kind of like get in his ear a little, and do you kind of tease him through that?
I mean, you know, I talk to all of the young receivers. You know, they're always constantly asking me, like, what can they do to improve? And, you know, I respect that. You know, they're trying to get better. Just the other day, you know, Christian was talking to me about how to run a certain route, and today in one-on-ones, he used that against me. So I was, like, happy to see that, you know, but it was incomplete, you know, so I was happy to see that, too. You feel me? So.
John, I know last year didn't go the way you guys wanted it to. It felt from the outside that maybe there was a disconnect between what you and Rasul and the guys wanted and what Joe wanted to do. Did you guys, if if you're able to talk about being aggressive and traveling going into this year, does that mean you guys reached a point where you're on the same page now and you guys both see things the same? Like, can you kind of explain how that has evolved?
I think last year we was making a bunch of excuses for ourselves, and Joe Barry can go out and call whatever call he wants to, but at the end of the day, we got to execute that call. And I think we were making a lot of excuses for why we wasn't, especially early on in the year. At this point, like, we are good enough in the defense to like execute the call, So I don't think at this point it's about the call; it's about how we execute it, So I think that's the biggest thing that we've come together as a defense on.
But call or no call, approach is important, right? Like playing off of guys, that's not what you guys want to do.
Yeah,
it doesn't always work.
Yeah, no, you're right. G Money he's just been helping me with my alignment, because sometimes I have a tendency to play a little farther off, than normal, and that's just because how I play. So he's just been trying to tighten my leverage down some, and just try to play it from there.
But being aggressive is definitely the order. That's the plan, and I think that plays into what you guys are really well.
Yeah, I think that plays into our strength. I think we can play a lot of different things, but I think being aggressive works for us.
We were talking to Rasul the other day, and he was talking about when you guys first got together. And he was teaching you some things about film study. You were teaching him some other stuff too. Then you had 5 interceptions last year. I'm not asking you to credit Rasul for all that, but did he have a role in some of your success, by seeing the game the way he sees it?
Yeah. I mean, anytime you have a season like Rasul had in 2021 season, like, of course, I'm tuned in to whatever he's got for me. I'm still coachable. I'm the best, but like I'm still coachable, and I still want to learn. So yeah, he played a part in it for sure.
Was there something specific that really resonated with you through those conversations that really stuck to you?
Nope, nothing specific. It's just an understanding of, all right, he sees it this way, I see it that way. Let's combine it, and then let God handle the rest. You feel me?
Did y'all have to get to a point where you were kind of like, okay, this isn't easy, this is how I see it, let's let it play out like that?
Nah, it wasn't never like that, Like he's been in the league for 7. I've been in for 6. Like, we both pretty much have our ways that we're gonna play things. So it was never that, It's either you can take the advice or you won't. That's it. That's all it is.
As a defensive back, what's your thought when you see Peyton Manning watching your practice?
Peyton Manning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it feel good because we beat Peyton Manning in the Pro Bowl. Got a little advance. Got a little advance off that. So it was always good to see Peyton.
You're the king of good trash talk, though. Did you say anything to him today?
Nah, I just take the ball from his son every time I see him. Punch it out or something. Start smiling. That's all.
Hey, John, can I ask you just about your off season? Obviously, everyone always talks about the physical preparation, but mentally, how important is it to kind of lock in, with whatever your process is, to get ready to get back into this grind once again?
Oh man, mentally is the biggest thing. I mean, I'm a firm believer in setting your mental before you even come into the workspace. Because then that propels you on the field and whatever else. Like, mentally, if you win the mental battle before you even come in here, the mental battle will be even easier in the game, and on the field, Because we all been lifting weights our whole life, running fast and jumping, but if you win the mental battle first, everything else will ascend.
A couple weeks ago, you were at Ashwaubenon. You and Darnell were stretching, and there was a youth football group over there.
Oh, yeah.
And you went over and said some words to them. What did you tell them about staying in the box, or what did you tell the kids?
Oh, no, I just, man, kids these days, man, their attention span is not the longest, so I just had to keep it short and sweet with them. I said, look, if y'all want to be where I'm at, all right, be right here with me, you got to be consistent, right? You got to be consistent, you got to work hard. That's all I told them. And, it was about 5 people looking at me at that time. So I was like, all right, bro, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet, man. Yeah, so that was it.